forget to like and subscribe.
And hit the notification bell
so we can go to college and get more knowledge.
We're also about to see massive changes in the $23 trillion world of big finance. In the months ahead, central banks around the world are planning to go digital. Many of the legacy banks you've heard of, where you probably even keep your money, like Bank of America, Chase, Citi, Wells Fargo, they're about to be reset, overhauled by a new type of technology called fintech, which is short for financial technology.
Yeah, can I ask you, what exactly does that mean for the banks and all of us, you and me?
Essentially, it means the function of our banks is about to change. They probably won't raise public suspicion about it by changing the signs on your bank's branches, but according to my sources, the Federal Reserve will soon own all the banks, and your local branch, it's simply going to be like a licensee of the Fed. In other words, the banking infrastructure is being rebuilt from the ground up, and very few Americans are aware this is even happening. We are right on the verge of a once-in-a-generation opportunity to profit by investing in the companies that are building out the architecture for this massive shift. Put simply, financial technology is revolutionizing the $23 trillion old guard banking industry. You see, over the past 3 years, while the total value of U.S. bank stocks has slid by 30%, the total value of fintech stocks has increased by 272%. This chart shows the early stages of this huge distortion in action.
It's amazing. Why don't we hear about this shift in the news? I mean, this seems to me like it should be a front page story.
I totally agree. But yeah, I got to remember, the central banks and the folks on Wall Street, they want to keep this transformation under wraps for as long as they possibly can.
So they can get in front of it first.
Of course. And to avoid panic. This reset will be a huge shock when Americans catch on. That's why the average person won't hear a word about the story until it's obvious to just about everyone. And by then, it's going to be too late.
Yeah, the profits will be gone.
Right, the same way it works with any world-changing investment story. That's why if you're going to invest, I'd recommend you do it right now, today. And I found a small company at the center of it all. They're building the bridge between the legacy banking world and a new financial system. This firm recently bought the assets and the intellectual property to build what could become one of America's first government-accepted stablecoin networks.
Nomi, if I'm understanding you correctly, you're saying this small firm you're talking about intends to modernize the financial system with the support of the U.S. government?
That's exactly right, Chris. And that's why I expect that this company is going to become the leading firm powering the global payment system going forward. It has the intellectual property, technology, and the engineering expertise to launch a global payment system that handles every single currency from every country, that's going to be faster, easier, and more cost-effective than every existing solution.
That has got to be trillions of dollars.
It was more than $5 trillion just in 2020.
Welcome back in the place to be with the CBDC Assets Group. Thank you all for being a part of the group. We got XRP sitting at 49 cents today with the market cap of 26 billion. Circulating supply 53 billion. Trading volume is 733 million in the last 24 hours. I don't know if you heard what my man said, but if all that money comes into the market,
that has got to be trillions of dollars.
Into XRP and Bitcoin market caps. Let me explain more. When I first got in the crypto game, everybody was talking about the plan on how XRP was the standard, how it was going to be utilized, penalized, and the big show. And one of the things that was always mentioned was that there would be a collapse of the economy and the US dollar. And somebody would flip the switch and change the way the financial system, the plumbing, the network, the rails and payment systems worked in America and around the world. And it's just fascinating to me to see this narrative play out. Forbes is arguing that the potential shock of $8 trillion vacating the U.S. financial system for the XRP and Bitcoin market is a possibility because the U.S. dollar is going to collapse. Now that's an interesting position to take, especially for Forbes. But what this article is saying in Forbes is that with the U.S. Federal Reserve's quantitative tightening measures and the massive debt levels, it's led Jefferies analysts to predict that the Fed may need to restart its money printer, which could trigger a collapse of the U.S. dollar and fuel a Bitcoin price boom to rival gold. XRP is often seen as an alternative to Bitcoin because the transaction times are significantly faster and the blockchain is way more effective cost-wise. These features could make XRP a lot more attractive, and they are, to institutional investors and traders that are trying to avoid the death spiral of fiat currencies of the conventional monetary policy. Meanwhile, Bitcoin, and to a lesser extent other major cryptocurrencies such as Ethereum and XRP, have seen sharp rise in institutional interest led by the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.
That has got to be trillions of dollars.